Want to get the most out of your next getaway or business trip? Get over to Belmont, North Carolina, and feel the Hamptonality. At the Hampton Inn Charlotte Belmont at Moncross, we give you friendly service at a great value. You'll rest easy on our clean and fresh Hampton bed. The crisp white linens and duvet give a fresh start to every guest each morning. Every morning begins with our free hot breakfast, including delicious waffles and hearty oatmeal. And with free Wi-Fi, you're guaranteed to stay connected. We're conveniently located just 8 miles from the center of Charlotte, 7 miles from the Charlotte Douglas International Airport, and just 1 mile from Belmont Abbey College. Book your stay by visiting Hampton.com or by calling 704-825-6100. Again, that's Hampton.com or calling 704-825-6100. Feel the Hamptonality at the preferred hotel for Crusaders athletics, the Hampton Inn Charlotte Belmont at Moncross. Looking for up-to-the-minute scores of your favorite Crusader sports? www.abbeyathletics.com. Feature content, including coaches' interviews. www.abbeyathletics.com. Crusaders broadcast on demand. That's right, www.abbeyathletics.com. Your online source for all things Crusaders can be found in one place. www.abbeyathletics.com.
Pain. Pain doesn't just work 9 to 5. Pain can work round the clock, hours and hours, without even thinking of taking a break. So when you're hurting, you don't want to wait for an appointment. You need relief now. Well, there is a solution. Ortho Carolina's Urgent Care can provide relief for the entire family when time is of the essence. Our after-hours clinics are conveniently located near you when you need us. Ortho Carolina's expert staff is ready to treat strains, sprains, minor dislocations, sports injuries, joint pain, and more. The next time you or a loved one is hurting on an evening or over the weekend, we'll be ready to help. It's the same state-of-the-art care, professionalism, and expertise that's made Ortho Carolina a leader in the Southeast. Pain doesn't happen when it's handy, and you shouldn't have to wait to get relief. Visit orthocarolina.com for a list of urgent care locations and hours. Ortho Carolina. You improve.
Gaston County is a great place to raise a family. The benefits of the Charlotte Metro blended with the familiarity of several bedroom communities make Gaston a wonderful place to become a first-time homebuyer. But in a shifting market, it's paramount to find a company that will work even harder for you in a very competitive landscape. Might I suggest to you Moss Realty? Moss Realty wants to serve you as an advocate through the home buying process. I've seen the hard work of the staff on a personal level. The attention to detail and their knowledge of Gaston County is top-notch. Moss Realty can help you make a pleasure out of life's biggest purchase. Give them a call at 704-865-5555 or log on to mossrealty.com. The number again, 704-865-5555. Moss Realty can turn dream home searching into dream home living. That number one more time, 704-865-5555. That's Moss Realty. Looking for up-to-the-minute scores of your favorite Crusader sports? www.abbeyathletics.com. Feature content, including coaches' interviews. www.abbeyathletics.com. Crusaders broadcast on demand. That's right, www.abbeyathletics.com. Your online source for all things Crusaders can be found in one place. www.abbeyathletics.com. Crusaders Athletics on the Belmont Abbey Sports Network is brought to you by Pine Island Country Club, Domino's, Moss Realty, the Hampton Inn by Hilton at Moncross, and Ortho Carolina. You improve. We take you now to the www.abbeyathletics.com broadcast booth. It's time to raise the red on the Belmont Abbey Sports Network. And good afternoon. We welcome you to Alumni Field as it's men's lacrosse action on the Belmont Abbey Sports Network, as it's red versus blue this afternoon as the Crusaders take on their geographical rival, arguably one of two arch rivals in the lacrosse landscape as it relates to Conference Carolina's lacrosse in the Limestone Saints. Good afternoon, everybody. Brian Rushing here with you. So glad that you could join us as the Crusaders will tangle with the Limestone Saints for the 18th time, as the Crusaders are looking for their first win here at Alumni Field against the Limestone Saints. The Crusaders have 2 wins against Limestone, both in Gaffney, but they look for their first win at Alumni Field against the Limestone Saints, a national contender year in and year out. The Crusaders want to give them a setback in their 2018 schedule and put the conference on notice that they are primed and ready for a run in the conference tournament. We come back on the other side of this timeout. We'll have the starting lineups and everything that you need to go to the top of the hour as the Crusaders look to raise the red on the Belmont Abbey Sports Network. We'll be right back. Want to get the most out of your next getaway or business trip? Get over to Belmont, North Carolina, and feel the Hamptonality. At the Hampton Inn Charlotte Belmont at Moncross, we give you friendly service at a great value. You'll rest easy on our clean and fresh Hampton bed. The crisp white linens and duvet give a fresh start to every guest each morning. Every morning begins with our free hot breakfast, including delicious waffles and hearty oatmeal. And with free Wi-Fi, you're guaranteed to stay connected. We're conveniently located just 8 miles from the center of Charlotte, 7 miles from the Charlotte Douglas International Airport, and just 1 mile from Belmont Abbey College. Book your stay by visiting Hampton.com or by calling 704-825-6100. Again, that's Hampton.com or calling 704-825-6100. Feel the Hamptonality at the preferred hotel for Crusaders athletics, the Hampton Inn Charlotte Belmont at Moncross. Looking for up-to-the-minute scores of your favorite Crusader sports? www.abbeyathletics.com. Feature content, including coaches' interviews. www.abbeyathletics.com. Crusaders broadcast on demand. That's right, www.abbeyathletics.com. Your online source for all things Crusaders can be found in one place, www.abbeyathletics.com.
Pain. Pain doesn't just work 9 to 5. Pain can work round the clock, hours and hours, without even thinking of taking a break. So when you're hurting, you don't want to wait for an appointment. You need relief now. Well, there is a solution. Ortho Carolina's Urgent Care can provide relief for the entire family when time is of the essence. Our after-hours clinics are conveniently located near you when you need us. Ortho Carolina's expert staff is ready to treat strains, sprains, minor dislocations, sports injuries, joint pain, and more. The next time you or a loved one is hurting on an evening or over the weekend, we'll be ready to help. It's the same state-of-the-art care, professionalism, and expertise that's made Ortho Carolina a leader in the Southeast. Pain doesn't happen when it's handy, and you shouldn't have to wait to get relief. Visit orthocarolina.com for a list of urgent care locations and hours. Ortho Carolina. You improved.
Gaston County is a great place to raise a family. The benefits of the Charlotte Metro blended with the familiarity of several bedroom communities make Gaston a wonderful place to become a first-time home buyer. But in a shifting market, it's paramount to find a company that will work even harder for you in a very competitive landscape. Might I suggest to you Moss Realty? Moss Realty wants to serve you as an advocate through the home buying process. I've seen the hard work of the staff on a personal level. The attention to detail and their knowledge of Gaston County is top-notch. Moss Realty can help you make a pleasure out of life's biggest purchase. Give them a call at 704-865-5555 or log on to mossrealty.com. The number again, 704-865-5555. Moss Realty can turn dream home searching into dream home living. That number one more time, 704-865-5555. That's Moss Realty. Looking for up-to-the-minute scores of your favorite Crusader sports? www.abbeyathletics.com. Feature content, including coaches' interviews. www.abbeyathletics.com. Crusaders broadcast on demand. That's right, www.abbeyathletics.com. www.abbyathletic.com. Your online source for all things Crusaders can be found in one place, www.abbyathletic.com. Back here on the Belmont Abbey Sports Network, let's go ahead and dive right into the starting lineups. First for J.B. Clark's Limestone Saints, ranked 12th in the country, coming in with a 10-4 record, a perfect 5-0 conference mark. This is who they'll have on the field this afternoon. Tyler Kay will be in the defense, a redshirt freshman out of Marietta, Georgia. Tyler Galton, a senior out of Enniskillen, Ontario, will be on the back line in the midfield for the Saints. Jordan Storos, a sophomore out of Ottawa, Ontario, will be in the midfield along with Clark Walter. Walter with 24 goals on the season, a sophomore out of Port Coquitlam, British Columbia. Also in the midfield, Dakota Kirsch Downs, a sophomore out of Odenton, Maryland, will be in that midfield. This afternoon, Bailey Bourgeois will also be in the midfield, a senior out of Horseheads, New York, as he'll have along with him Brian Huey. On the attack position, a junior out of Halifax, Nova Scotia, Charlie Sheehan, a senior out of St. Catharines, Ontario, will be in the starting lineup this afternoon for the Limestone Saints. And then Noah Linder will get the start in the attack position, the freshman out of Apple Valley, Minnesota. Cole Akins will get the start minding the frame for the Saints, a senior out of Novato, California. Akins comes in making his 14th appearance on the season with 99 goals against, a 9.05 goals against average, as he has 132 saves on the season, a save percentage of 57.1%. For the Crusaders this afternoon, we'll go ahead and take a look at their starting lineup. Cody Agrella gets the start on the back line, the senior out of Reno, Nevada. He'll be flanked by Anthony Cesario, the junior out of Mount Sinai, New York. Connor Larkin will be on the back line, the freshman from Doylestown, Pennsylvania, as well as Brody Monroe. Monroe, the junior out of Bowmanville, Ontario. In the midfield, Hunter Jones, the senior out of Palm City, Florida, will get the start this afternoon alongside Billy Huss, the senior out of Elk Grove, California. Callum Tanner will get the start in the attack position, the senior out of Victoria, British Columbia. He'll have with him Liam Osborne, the junior out of Bowmanville, Ontario. And then, of course, Adam Wiedemann, the senior out of Caledon, East Ontario, will round out that three-headed monster in the attack position for the Crusaders. Harley Whittam will get the start this afternoon in goal for the Crusaders. The senior out of Elk Grove, California, comes into the contest making his 12th appearance. He has 85 goals against on the year. That's an 8.32 goals against average, 90 saves on the year, a save percentage of 51.4% on the year. As the Crusaders, coming in ranked 18th in the country, will take on the Limestone Saints, ranked 12th nationally, in a matchup of red versus blue here on the Belmont Abbey Sports Network. Don't forget, folks, ways that you can reach out to me this afternoon. You can find me on Twitter. Would love for you to find me on Twitter at the BASN. Would love for you to follow me. Tag me in tweets. If you do, please use the hashtag BAC Live throughout the course of the action this afternoon. And then, of course, you can always send your emails to me throughout the course of today's action. Brian Rushing at BAC.edu. That's Brian Rushing at BAC.edu. When we come back, we'll go to the top of the hour in the action inside the middle as the Crusaders take on the Saints on the Belmont Abbey Sports Network. We'll be right back. Want to get the most out of your next getaway or business trip? Get over to Belmont, North Carolina, and feel the Hamptonality. At the Hampton Inn Charlotte Belmont at Moncross, we give you friendly service at a great value. You'll rest easy on our clean and fresh Hampton bed. The crisp white linens and duvet give a fresh start to every guest each morning. Every morning begins with our free hot breakfast, including delicious waffles and hearty oatmeal. And with free Wi-Fi, you're guaranteed to stay connected. We're conveniently located just 8 miles from the center of Charlotte, 7 miles from the Charlotte Douglas International Airport, and just 1 mile from Belmont Abbey College. Book your stay by visiting Hampton.com or by calling 704-825-6100. Again, that's Hampton.com or calling 704-825-6100. Feel the Hamptonality at the preferred hotel for Crusaders athletics, the Hampton Inn Charlotte Belmont at Moncross. Looking for up-to-the-minute scores of your favorite Crusader sports? www.abbyathletic.com. Feature content, including coaches' interviews. www.abbeyathletics.com. Crusaders broadcast on demand. That's right, www.abbeyathletics.com. Your online source for all things Crusaders can be found in one place, www.abbeyathletics.com.
Pain. Pain doesn't just work 9 to 5. Pain can work round the clock, hours and hours, without even thinking of taking a break. So when you're hurting, you don't want to wait for an appointment. You need relief now. Well, there is a solution. Ortho Carolina's Urgent Care can provide relief for the entire family when time is of the essence. Our after-hours clinics are conveniently located near you when you need us. Ortho Carolina's expert staff is ready to treat strains, sprains, minor dislocations, sports injuries, joint pain, and more. The next time you or a loved one is hurting on an evening or over the weekend, we'll be ready to help. It's the same state-of-the-art care, professionalism, and expertise that's made Ortho Carolina a leader in the Southeast. Pain doesn't happen when it's handy, and you shouldn't have to wait to get relief. Visit orthocarolina.com for a list of urgent care locations and hours. Ortho Carolina. You improved.
Gaston County is a great place to raise a family. The benefits of the Charlotte Metro blended with the familiarity of several bedroom communities make Gaston a wonderful place to become a first-time home buyer. But in a shifting market, it's paramount to find a company that will work even harder for you in a very competitive landscape. Might I suggest to you Moss Realty? Moss Realty wants to serve you as an advocate through the home buying process. I've seen the hard work of the staff on a personal level. The attention to detail and their knowledge of Gaston County is top-notch. Moss Realty can help you make a pleasure out of life's biggest purchase. Give them a call at 704-865-5555 or log on to mossrealty.com. The number again, 704-865-5555. Moss Realty can turn dream home searching into dream home living. That number one more time, 704-865-5555. That's Moss Realty. Looking for up-to-the-minute scores of your favorite Crusader sports? www.abbeyathletics.com. Feature content, including coaches' interviews. www.abbeyathletics.com. Crusaders broadcast on demand. That's right, www.abbeyathletics.com. Your online source for all things Crusaders can be found in one place, www.abbeyathletics.com. And good afternoon. We welcome you to Alumni Field on the campus of Belmont Abbey College in beautiful Belmont, North Carolina for this matchup between the 18th-ranked Crusaders as they take on the 12th-ranked Limestone Saints this afternoon on the Belmont Abbey Sports Network. So glad that you could join us this afternoon. Brian Rushing here with you, along with my camera operator, Carter Eck, this afternoon, as the Crusaders looking to take on these Limestone Saints and do something that has never been done here at Alumni Field. These two clubs have faced off against one another 17 times in the club's history. The Crusaders have won twice. Both matches that they won have occurred south of the border in Gaffney, South Carolina. Today, the Crusaders would love to strike gold and get the first win at Alumni Field here against these Limestone Saints. The storied history of this Limestone Saints program, really not the longevity of the program that speaks to it, but the immensity of the program as they are nationally viable year in and year out. They are at the top of the polls year in and year out. Some would say around the nation, the pundits might think that this Limestone Saints team is maybe off a little bit from some previous years. However, don't tell Chris Barrett and the Crusaders that. They know that a win today would be against a top-flight Limestone Saints club. As the Crusaders will start in the first period going from left to right. Limestone Saints wearing the blue tops and the white shorts will go from right to left. And the Crusaders will get the start immediately as Billy Huss will take it into the offensive zone. As he goes to Brendan McGovern. McGovern on the near side to Adam Wiedemann. As the Crusaders get the first possession wearing the all-whites this afternoon. At the top, Jack Piggott. Piggott to McGovern. McGovern on the left slot will take it back to Piggott. Kyle McGinley rotates it back over. Piggott will fire, and he finds the back of the net. Jack Piggott, the redshirt freshman out of Roswell, Georgia, puts the Crusaders up 1-0 as Piggott gets on the board, and the Crusaders have a very early lead here at Alumni Field. My sweet mother. Jack Piggott received the pass from McGinley and fired from distance just inside the white line, and the Crusaders are on the board, striking first here at Alumni Field. As Piggott went low on the shot, so he was able to tuck it past Akins, and the Crusaders have the advantage. Huss contesting, still trying to track it down, gets the face-off win, and the ball will roll into the offensive zone. The Crusaders still trying to track it down, can't do so, as it'll go to Limestone. It'll be Ben Higgins, the senior out of Hampstead, Maryland, that gains possession for the Saints. Now they'll look ahead as they go to Tyler Ponzio. Ponzio clears it for the Saints, and they'll go into their offensive set. Ponzio behind the frame, being minded by Connor Larkin. Out to Brian Huey. And now they'll reset things to Matt Hommel. Hommel at the top. Waits on some support. Is coming on is Cody Solmacy. 27 goals for Solmacy here in the 2018 calendar. Good crowd here at Alumni Field, and that number is going to increase as folks still trying to make their way out to Alumni Field for this contest. As the Crusaders baseball team celebrating Alumni Weekend here, so they've got a substantial crowd. This place is short on parking, as a lot of people are here this afternoon for a huge lacrosse match, and then the wrap-up of a 3-game series between the Crusaders and Barton. As the shot taken, and Harley Whittam with the stop. As the shot was fired by Solmacy, and the Crusaders get the save. The Crusaders with Brody Monroe going near side now to Cesario. Cesario with Sean Hanahan. Monroe looking to advance it, and he'll clear it into the offensive zone for the Crusaders. Liam Osborne. Osborne gets tied up with Limestone's Tyler Galton, but maintains possession, and the Crusaders can go into their offensive set. Jason Hollister comes on, along with Colin Grippo. Crusaders with an early 1-0 lead on the shot from Jack Piggott. Limestone in transition. The shot taken will be bouncing over the crossbar, as Whittam was there to cover the low shot, but they were trying to bound it over Whittam, and Limestone will get the restart. As Huey will have it here on the near side, takes it back to the top to Tyler Papa. Papa leans in. Sean Hanrahan minding him. Limestone takes it back to the top, near side. Shot by Papa, thought about, and now they'll fire instead as that ball deflected out. It'll run out toward the near sideline. It'll stay with the Saints. Lindner. Over to Papa. Papa fires as that shot sails high, and it'll stay with the Saints. Temperature at the start of the action today, 75 degrees. It's very breezy this afternoon. As a practice lacrosse ball is found actually behind the net, so the referees discard it, and we go back to game action. The clouds are starting to roll in this afternoon, though rain is not in the forecast until later in the afternoon tomorrow. The breeze is going from the side where the patrons are, as that shot covered by Cody Agrell as it went off his helmet. And Limestone will get the restart. So the fans over on the west side of Alumni Field are experiencing the wind as it comes across our way here on the east side of Alumni Field. A crosswind this afternoon in the Saturday competition. It's at the top, the shot taken and tucked just inside the right upright. This is Charlie Sheehan with the goal, his 19th of the year, and Limestone draws even at one apiece. Sheehan was able to tuck it just past Witham, a low shot just inside the right upright to even this one up at one apiece. So for Sheehan, the first marker for the Saints this afternoon. And two clubs that, to be quite honest with you, love to contend with each other. And by far, the Saints have had the better of it as the flag will go up in the air and the Crusaders effectively playing with a free possession here. As we'll have a whistle here in just a moment. Larkin trying to track it down as he'll go to the ground, and we'll have another flag, and it goes out of bounds. And we'll be sure to follow the officials to see what the infractions are as two flags are on the ground. So there's a 1 minute infraction on Dakota Kirsch Downs. So we'll have a minute infraction, then a 30-second infraction as the Crusaders will take possession. As Kirsch Downs will sit for a minute. And Jack Piggott will get the start.
Limestone penalty called on number 41, Dakota Kirsch Downs. 1 minute.
Wait a minute. Near side to Osborne. And now they'll work a weave near side to Piggott. Piggott goes to Ben Utrosa, who's on for this strike unit for the Crusaders. Callum Tanner, the shot from Utrosa, covered by Akins. It's in front of the crease, and we'll have a whistle and a stop. And the Crusaders will maintain possession as Utrosa will take it out beyond the slot. So it's Utrosa and Piggott on the near side. You've got Tanner encircling the frame. You've got Osborne, Wiedemann, and McGinley at the top. So Wiedemann at the top. Finds McGinley. McGinley fires that shot wide left. It'll stay with the Crusaders. Wiedemann to Osborne. Osborne fires. It sails high. It's Piggott to Wiedemann. Wiedemann thought about it, decided not. Now McGinley to Callum Tanner. Piggott, he'll fire low, sends that one just right. There might have been a slight deflection there, but nothing substantive. And the Crusaders will maintain their opportunity here. So Osborne, he fires, and Liam Osborne finds the back of the net, and the Crusaders retake the lead. From the left slot, Osborne fires, Osborne delivers, and the Crusaders have the 1-goal advantage. So the Crusaders playing a man up. Got a good number of shots, some quality shots, and that was Osborne taking care of business. So the Crusaders retake the lead as Osborne has his team leading 23rd goal of the season, and the Crusaders go up 2-1. It's Billy Huss contesting in the middle with Dakota Kirsch Downs. Picked up by Limestone. They'll look to advance as Ben Higgins has it, and they'll take it back behind the frame. So you've got Lindner back behind the frame. Coming on to offer support is Brendan P. Smith. Smith, the club's leading goal scorer. He's got 29 markers on the year. And now the Saints will look to go on the offensive. Chris Barrett, the head coach of the Crusaders, played his college lacrosse at Limestone, was part of the team's first national championship in Gaffney. And Barrett knows all too well the tradition of Limestone lacrosse. He is trying to emulate much of that here at Belmont Abbey. So the Crusaders contesting feverishly around the offensive area, and Jake Clark will pick it up, but will draw the infraction as Limestone will regain possession. It's the shot taken as it sails wide right, as Matt Hommel fired the shot low. So it looks like Limestone very early going, trying to go low on with them and see if possibly if the shot is too low, it bounces past him, but that one's not going to be a problem for Cody Solmacy, as Solmacy finds the back of the net, this time going high, and we're tied at 2 apiece. Solmacy with the goal, number 28 on the season. And we're knotted up at 2 apiece. First quarter action, 7:39 remaining here in the opening stanza of what promises to be an extraordinarily exciting lacrosse match this afternoon in the Western Piedmont of North Carolina. It's Kirsch Downs contesting against the Crusaders' Dylan Harmon. Colin Grippo trying to track it down along near the sideline, and it's going to go to the Crusaders as Grippo will get the restart and try to sprint it into the offensive zone. As Grippo clears it for the Crusaders. They go to Hanrahan. Hollister will come on. So the offensive set will have Hanrahan and Hollister at the top. Osborne working around in the middle. Grippo will come off as Callum Tanner is on the offensive. Grippo now up top as Wiedemann behind the frame. Osborne back to Hanrahan and now to Hollister on the near side. Shot taken from Grippo, covered. A good save there from Cole Akins as that ball got loose for a moment, it looked like, but Akins now covers for Limestone. And that ball is loose now, and Osborne's going to go to Wiedemann, and Wiedemann, with the fake, gets past Akins. The turnover in the backfield gives Wiedemann the goal, and the Crusaders retake a 3-2 lead. It's Adam Wiedemann, the recipient of the pressure the Crusaders applied in this segment, and the Crusaders were able to find Wiedemann, and Wiedemann able to handle the business end of things, making it 3-2 in favor of the Crusaders for Wiedemann. That's goal number 19 on the year.
Belmont Abbey goal scored by number 27, Adam Wiedemann. Assist to number 21, Liam Osborne.
Osborne with the assist as Wiedemann pump faked Akins and then was able to work it around the keeper to make it a 3-2 contest. As the ball rolls along the ground, Kirsch Downs trying to track it down, will do so. And now the Saints will go to the offensive. As the shot fired, and just like that, Limestone in rapid fashion retaliates to even it up at 3 apiece. That is a quick strike offense there as Ben Higgins gets the goal right off the face-off. Goes in a straight line down the field. The Crusaders never able to pick him up before he fires. And just like that, we're at 3-all. So the Crusaders have scored the odd goals here in the early going. Limestone with the evens, as the Crusaders have had consecutive leads here at Alumni Field, but Limestone in this particular situation answered almost immediately. So we've got 6:15 remaining here in the first quarter. So glad that you could join us for this huge matchup on the Belmont Abbey Sports Network. And now Billy Huss has it for the Crusaders, and he can advance to Wiedemann. Wiedemann's pass in traffic, picked up by Akins, and Limestone will now try to work it downfield. As that ball ripped away, as Moses Allen was going down the throat of the field, the Crusaders were able to rip the ball away, and Limestone will go into their offensive set. I want to say hello to the Tanner family, checking out the action excitedly so, as you might imagine, from British Columbia this afternoon, as the shot taken and with him had a great angle there to cover the shot from Coda Solmacy. Solmacy with a goal already, as Jack Diebold gets it to Jones. Jones now to Clark. That ball deflected away along the ground as it's poked to Wiedemann, and Wiedemann's going to find the back of the net. On a broken play, the Crusaders are able to gather it up, finds Wiedemann. Wiedemann with the pump fake, and the Crusaders have the 4-3 advantage. As Adam Wiedemann finds the back of the net off of a broken play, he's got 20 on the season, and the Crusaders lead 4-3. Billy Huss will face off with Kirsch Downs. Crusaders have opened up with leads on now their fourth separate occasion. The Crusaders here, this draw or this face-off important as Connor Larkin tracks it down, and if the Crusaders can get a goal here, maybe to build some momentum and sort of give themselves a little bit of breathing room against this Limestone club, who has answered 3 consecutive times to even this contest. As McGovern on the field with Piggott. Hanrahan will come off as it's Osborne, Tanner, Wiedemann, McGinley, McGovern, and Piggott at the top. Piggott got the scoring started, followed by Osborne, and then Wiedemann with the last 2 for the Abbey. Tanner being marked by Ben Higgins. Higgins has a goal, and we'll have a whistle, and that's going to be a turnover on the Crusaders. And now Limestone races down on their clearance, and they'll look to set the offense. Higgins gets it over to Tyler Papa. Now behind the frame goes to Lindner. Lindner being marked by Cody Agrella, the defender from Reno, Nevada. Coming on for Limestone now is Matt Bennett, the junior out of Nidro, New York. Bennett behind the frame, looking for some action in front as the Crusaders congest things adequately so to hold off the Limestone offense as Lindner has it. Now Lindner goes back to Bennett. Bennett here on the near side gets doubled by Cesario. That ball gets loose. Cody Agrella trying to track it down. We'll see who gets there. So the ball still along the ground in the corner. We'll have a whistle, and it'll stay with Limestone. The Crusaders ran about 3 players out over there, so now Limestone with an opportunity as that comes to a halt. They had an opportunity on the overload as that shot there covered by McGovern. It'll stay with the Saints as Bennett gets the restart. It's inside 3 minutes remaining here in the opening quarter. Cesario working with McGinley behind the frame. So now as it's covered by Jeremy Burns. At the top, Shot was going to be fired there for Limestone, but it popped right out as Charlie Sheehan, who has a goal in this contest, was going to try to line up and put a shot on Whittem. Papa lost the ball momentarily, and now it's lost again. Cesario is going to take a vicious hit, and we'll play on. And we'll have a stoppage. As Cesario had his helmet knocked off. And Cesario, having lost his helmet, is going to have to come off. As Jake Clark will now come on, and we'll have a flag. And I believe this is going to be a dead ball foul on Cesario. So the foul on Cesario will sit him down for the moment, as he obviously said something to the official that didn't meet his fancy. And so now Limestone will get the restart, as they're now up a man, and the Crusaders will try to milk off this penalty. It's the shot covered by Whittem. Jack Diebold tries to flip it forward. He looks ahead. Hanrahan looks to advance it. Hunter Duford comes on for the Crusaders. And we'll have a stop. And it's going to be a timeout called for by the Crusaders. It's timeout by the Crusaders. So we'll take the timeout on the Belmont Abbey Sports Network. Gaston County is a great place to raise a family. The benefits of the Charlotte Metro, blended with the familiarity of several bedroom communities, make Gaston a wonderful place to become a first-time home buyer. But in a shifting market, it's paramount to find a company that will work even harder for you in a very competitive landscape. Might I suggest to you Moss Realty? Moss Realty wants to serve you as an advocate through the home buying process. I've seen the hard work of the staff on a personal level. The attention to detail and their knowledge of Gaston County is top-notch. Moss Realty can help you make a pleasure out of life's biggest purchase. Give them a call at 704-865-5555 or log on to mossrealty.com. The number again, 704-865-5555. Moss Realty can turn dream home searching into dream home living. That number one more time, 704-865-5555. That's Moss Realty. Back here at Alumni Field, the Crusaders with the 4-3 lead. 1:42 remaining here in the opening quarter. Folks, the housing market is ever-changing. How do the new tax laws affect both buyers and sellers in the market? Moss Realty knows they've got a knowledgeable, personable staff on the ready to assist you with life's biggest purchase. Be sure to give them a call at 704-865-5555 or log on to mossrealty.com. That's 704-865-5555 or mossrealty.com. So the Crusaders will have possession over on the far slot. A 4-3 lead here in the first quarter. So the Crusaders will have Vinny Voltaggio to get the restart for the Crusaders. As it's Voltaggio, Duford at the top. Also out, Tyler Daly with Liam Osborne, Callum Tanner, and Adam Wiedemann. It's Daly. Goes near side to Duford. It's Adam Wiedemann with two markers back-to-back here in the first quarter have given the Crusaders the 4-3 advantage. It's Daly to Duford. Duford has a gap, and he tucks it past Akins, and the Crusaders have the insurance that they needed as they take a 5-3 lead. As they sort of go off of the back and forth of the first period, they get the goal, and it's a 5-3 lead. As Juford with the goal score.
100 to Ford. Assist to number 39.
It's the goal for Duford. Going to be his second of the season.
Assist to number 38.
And the Crusaders have the 5-3 advantage. It's Kirschdown's working against Dylan Harmon. It's the Crusaders with a 2-goal advantage for the first time today. 1:15 remaining here in the first period. And Harmon gets it ahead and takes a big shot. He'll come off, and now Connor Larkin finds Callum Tanner, and Callum Tanner, off the pass from Larkin, gives the Crusaders a 6-3 advantage. As Harmon took care of business getting the face-off, was able to get it ahead to Larkin. Larkin wanders toward the frame, finds Callum Tanner, lobs the pass into him, and he beats Akins. And the Crusaders, on Callum Tanner's first goal of the afternoon, have the 6-3 lead. Tanner, goal number 22 on the year. Taking a look at scores from around the conference, just getting an update. They're through one period. As North Greenville, after one period of play, trails Mount Olive 2-1. The Trojans with a slim 2-1 lead in the early going there. That match, of course, has impact on what transpires here. But the Crusaders right now with a good segment here in the tail end of the first period as we near the 45-second mark. Crusaders have a 3-goal advantage. Monroe goes along the far sideline, clears it, loses the handle on it, picks it back up on the bounce, and he'll go back to Callum Tanner. And the Crusaders can essentially work the clock to zeros as we've got a Crusader down, as that's Liam Osborne, and we'll have a stoppage. As Osborne is slow to get up, and he'll come off for a moment as James Booth will come back on for Osborne. The Crusaders got the clearance. Callum Tanner had the ball, and then all of a sudden Osborne is on the ground. He's able to get back up on his own power slowly, and the Crusaders will get the restart. As it's Grippo and Hanrahan at the top. Hollister, now Tanner for the Crusaders on the far side. So we're inside 10 seconds as you can hear the countdown from the Crusaders bench. The shot fired by Hollister, and that'll take care of the first period. As the Crusaders go on a 3-goal run, they have a 6-3 advantage, as we'll be back for second period action on the Belmont Abbey Sports Network.
Limestone 3.
Saturdays used to be for college football. Now you drive 300 miles to watch this. Don't get me wrong, you love flag dancing as much as the next guy. All 8 hours of it. But what you really love is your little girl. Yes! Nice pop toss. Flag dancing? We've been there. And with free hot breakfast and a warm welcome, we'll be there for you. Book at Hampton.com for a guaranteed discount on your next weekend stay. Hampton by Hilton.
Looking for up-to-the-minute scores of your favorite Crusader sports? www.abbeyathletics.com. Feature content, including coaches' interviews. www.abbeyathletics.com. Crusaders broadcast on demand. That's right, www.abbeyathletics.com. Your online source for all things Crusaders can be found in one place, www.abbeyathletics.com. Back here on the Belmont Abbey Sports Network. So we got a couple updates for you. Second period action, Mount Olive leads North Greenville 3-1. Now top of the second inning, Barton with a 1-0 lead against Belmont Abbey. That's a 7-inning ball game. So they're threatening with runners at second and third. Griffin Baker got the start in that contest for the Crusaders. It's the Crusaders Crusaders with the 6-3 advantage. They took 12 shots, 9 of them were on frame. They converted on 6 of them. They were able to assist on 4. As Wiedemann had 2 goals, Osborne, Tanner, Piggott, and Duford with 1 goal apiece in the first period, as the Crusaders and the Saints will switch sides, as Huss will be against Kirsch Downs. The Crusaders wearing the all-whites this afternoon will go from right to left here in period number 2. The Saints will go from left to right. We'll try to keep you updated with the stuff going on around campus as well as stuff off campus, certainly in men's lacrosse circles, as that matchup between North Greenville and Mount Olive has big importance, as that's the other key matchup in the conference. But without question, the focus this afternoon is on the Crusaders. A very good start, first 15 minutes. Crusaders looking for their first win north of the border against the Saints. It's their 18th time facing off against one another. Is McGinley on the far side with McGovern and Piggott. Tanner, Osborne, and Wiedemann, as Osborne is back on the field. So they'll go to Osborne. They'll race it around to Wiedemann behind the frame. Wiedemann trying to lean in. McGinley thought about it. So Wiedemann back on the far side. Takes it behind the frame. And Tanner will track it down. Tanner working against Higgins. McGinley with a change of direction. Back up the top. The Crusaders with the 3-goal advantage as they've rattled off 3 straight on the tail end of the first period. Now I would imagine at some point we're going to see the shot clock implemented, as McGinley got tied up there for just a moment with Matthew Nelson, the senior out of Fulton, New York. Osborne. Out to Tanner. Tanner will fire, and Tanner gets past Akins as he took the bump, was able to recollect and fire it past Akins, and the Crusaders draw first in the second period, and they have a 4-goal advantage at 7-3. My sweet mother! For Tanner, that's his second of the contest, and the Crusaders looking very good in the latter portion of the first period going into the second, as they've rattled off 4 consecutive goals and they have the 7-3 lead. As it'll be Huss in the middle for the Crusaders. It's working along the middle. We'll have a whistle. Possession will go to Limestone. Higgins has it for the Saints. It's Limestone will go into their offense. As Matt Hommel has it on the far side, now begins to work it around the perimeter. Lindner at the top. Now over to Clark Walter. Walter has 24 goals on the season. He's one of the leading attacking players for the Saints. Losing the handle on it is Solmacy. Sheehan fires. Whittem covers. So that ball's going to be deflected off of Whittem. Diebolt went sprinting over to try to track down possession for the Crusaders. But the referees go against the Crusaders, and the Saints will have possession. It's the pass deflected in. A shot taken there sort of by Clark Walter as he wanted to shoot it from behind his head, but didn't really able to get it cleanly out of his pocket. Possession was maintained by the Saints. As they go along the ground and the flag is in the air, and now the Saints have an opportunity with a free play here as Whittem's going to deflect that pass away. And it'll stay with the Saints, but it won't matter as the penalty flag. So a technical foul, as you hear there from the official, on Jake Clark. This is a 30-second walk-off as the Saints will have possession with an opportunity to try to trim this lead that the Crusaders enjoy right now.
Belmont Abbey penalty. It's called on number 16, Jacob Clark. 30 seconds for a technical infraction.
So the technical infraction will put the Saints up for 30 seconds. As Walter loses the handle on it, it's now along the ground, and the Crusaders have it as Anthony Cesario will race it right down the middle of the field. Cesario will bounce it. McGinley will be on the back to regain possession for the Crusaders. And this is the best case scenario for the Abbey as they can now work off the rest of the penalty time on their offensive end. As Hanrahan will race out across the other end. Hollister will come on now as Hanrahan lost a shoe, I think, or lost something. Maybe it was a glove. As Hanrahan will fire and he gets it past Akins. Sean Hanrahan did it all there. And for a moment there, I thought he did it minus a shoe. The Crusaders have rattled off 5 straight, and they own an 8-3 lead.
Scored by number 12, Sean Hanrahan.
That is good stuff for Hanrahan. As he started here on the near sideline, went all the way around, basically covering every square inch of that part of the field, and was able to hammer a shot past Akins. And the Crusaders have a 5-goal advantage. Have mercy. And we'll have a whistle and a timeout called for by J.B. Clark. We'll take it with him on the Belmont Abbey Sports Network. We'll be right back.
Pain. Pain doesn't just work 9 to 5. Pain can work round the clock, hours and hours, without even thinking of taking a break. So when you're hurting, you don't want to wait for an appointment. You need relief now. Well, there is a solution. OrthoCarolina's Urgent Care can provide relief for the entire family when time is of the essence. Our after-hours clinics are conveniently located near you when you need us. OrthoCarolina's expert staff is ready to treat strains, sprains, minor dislocations, sports injuries, joint pain, and more. The next time you or a loved one is hurting on an evening or over the weekend, we'll be ready to help. It's the same state-of-the-art care, professionalism, and expertise that's made OrthoCarolina a leader in the Southeast. Pain doesn't happen when it's handy, and you shouldn't have to wait to get relief. Visit OrthoCarolina.com for a list of urgent care locations and hours. OrthoCarolina. You improve.
Here on the Belmont Abbey Sports Network, as the Crusaders have opened up an 8-3 lead this afternoon here in the second period with 10:28 remaining here in the first half. So I want to say hello to Jamie Booth this afternoon, checking out the action on the Belmont Abbey Sports Network. He got to me on Twitter. He decided to follow me at the BASN. Thank you so much for doing so, Jamie. Of course, he used the hashtag BAC Live, which is awesome. Thank you, Jamie, for doing something as the Crusaders have stretched the lead out to 8-3, a 5-goal advantage as the Crusaders have essentially covered every phase of the game, almost ideally for Chris Barrett's club. Of course, if you like, you can always follow me on Twitter at the BASN. Would love for you to tag me in your tweets, and by doing so, as Connor Larkin has it for the Crusaders, he'll get it to Callum Tanner. You can send those tweets to me during the contest. Please use the hashtag BACLive since we're in the course of the game action. As I check them throughout the contest, I'll be sure to say hello to you and kind of engage with what it is you've got to say here on the broadcast. And you can do that whether you're raising the red with the Crusaders or following the nation this afternoon. As the ball lost by the Crusaders, as Dolly lost the handle on it as he went to ground, and now Limestone with possession as Nelson brings it into the offensive zone. So the personnel will switch, and Limestone will go on to the attack. Of course, you can always send me an email this afternoon throughout the course of the day, Brian Rushing at bac.edu. Lindner at the top, goes to Papa. Now on the far side, Jeremy Burns. That shot taken, and Whittem might have gotten a piece of it, though I think actually it was the left upright that it deflected off of. That shot a near miss by millimeters for the Saints. This Papa will fire, and Papa finds the back of the net. That stops the 5-goal run as Limestone cuts the lead to 4 at 8-4. Tyler Papa with goal number 18 on the season.
Limestone goal is scored by number 15, Tyler Papa.
Gets it back to within 4 as the Saints trail 8-4. You take a look at this Limestone offense. Not only are they really good, but they're really, really balanced as they've got 8 goal scorers in double figures this year. The Crusaders, by contrast, have 5 in double figures. But an 8-4 lead here for the Crusaders as Dylan Harmon will work in the middle for the Crusaders. One of the things I think we'll be able to talk about at halftime, the Crusaders at the half, so we'll be able to discuss the Crusaders on face-offs this afternoon have had great success, and it's been a real bugaboo. As that ball lost, Connor Larkin has it for the Crusaders, and now Liam Osborne will have it for the Crusaders. It's the play call by the Crusaders. McGovern will have it with McGinley at the top along with Piggott. So McGovern, McGinley, and Piggott out on the field with Wiedemann, Osborne, and Tanner. That has been a very potent sequence for the Crusaders here in the quarter plus that we've played. So Wiedemann gets tied up, the ball gets loose, and Limestone will pick it away. It's Bailey Bourgeois will have it for the Saints. The Saints in previous years have been able to own the narrative on the face-off against the Crusaders. And the only way that I can explain it to people that have never really followed lacrosse is I hope more people will begin to follow lacrosse here on campus and around the community. Is in lacrosse, when a goal is scored, they go right back to a face-off. It's very similar to playing basketball in such a way to where after a basket is made, you go right back to the middle and you have a jump ball. And for Limestone, what they've had recently is a 7-foot 3-inch center running the jump, and they've been dominant on the jump ball. And they're going to wave this one off. Is in the crease for Limestone was Brendan P. Smith. So no goal. We stay at 8-4, and the Crusaders can go in transition as McGovern has it. Billy Huss and Dylan Harmon have been a really good two-piece ensemble for Chris Barrett here this season when it comes to face-offs, as they've had considerable success, not just today, but overall. Of course, today a doubleheader of action on the Belmont Abbey Sports Network. As soon as we're done here with the Ortho Carolina postgame show, we'll have baseball action. Right now, things not looking so rosy for the Crusaders. They're down 3-0 to Barton as they dismantled Barton last night, winning 19-3. The third time this year the Crusaders have put 19 runs on the board. The first time at Abbey Yard. So we'll have a whistle Possession will stay with the Crusaders. But they're in a little bit of trouble in the 7-inning game today, down 3-0. Hollister to Hanrahan. And Limestone beginning to press a little higher in this offensive set. So the Crusaders can be patient here, a 4-goal advantage, but they've got to maintain their sharpness. Hanrahan works to the right of the middle. So go back behind the frame to Tanner. Tanner trying to get a step on Smith as Osborne loses the handle on it. It's tracked down by the Saints, and the Saints will run it into the offensive area. Tyler Ponzio does so. Smith will fire, and Smith goes high. So he makes amends for being in the crease earlier. Smith gets the goal, and it's now 8-5.
Limestone goal scored by number 29, Brendan P. Smith.
So for Smith, that's goal number 30 on the season, and we're now back to 3. 5:29 remaining in the first half. So the Crusaders, having rattled off 5 consecutive goals, have watched Limestone put on a 2-goal mini run here in the second period. Is in the middle, Billy Huss for the Crusaders. Got a few emails that I'll try to dive into here in just a little bit. If I can, I'll certainly dive into them at halftime. As Connor Larkin has it. And now he'll flip it out to Cody Agrella. And now Agrella looking to advance it. Chris Barrett wants a timeout. So we'll wait to see if Barrett just wants it for the stoppage, a personnel change, or whether he's going to use it. I have a feeling he's going to use it. We'll use it with him here on the Belmont Abbey Sports Network. The Crusaders lead 8-5. We'll be right back. Conference Carolinas, competition amongst 10 colleges and universities across North and South Carolina, as well as Tennessee. Over 3,000 student athletes competing at the highest level of NCAA Division II athletics, with annual selections to postseason play. Conference Carolinas is dedicated to student athletes not only succeeding on the field, but in the classroom and after graduation. Keep up with us at conferencecarolinas.com. Be sure to follow us at CONF Carolinas on our various social media platforms.
Saturdays used to be for college football. Now you drive 300 miles to watch this. Don't get me wrong, you love flag dancing as much as the next guy. All 8 hours of it. But what you really love is your little girl. Yes! Nice pop toss. Flag dancing? We've been there. And with free hot breakfast and a warm welcome, we'll be there for you. Book at Hampton.com for a guaranteed discount on your next weekend stay. Hampton by Hilton.
Back here on the Belmont Abbey Sports Network. Folks, be sure to join me August the 3rd as we host the 3rd annual Hampton Inn by Hilton Abbey Golf Classic, a 4-man Captain's Choice tournament with the proceeds going to the Abbey Athletics General Fund. For more information on the tournament, or if you'd like to put your 4-man team in, you can call me at 704-461-6235. That's 704-461-6235. August 3rd. I look forward to seeing you there. Is McGovern on a run, far side, takes it back behind the frame to Wiedemann. Wiedemann with a pair of markers in this contest as he'll lean in, pitch it. It's deflected away by Aiken, but the Crusaders continue the offensive. As Piggott at the top. McGinley fires wide right. It'll stay with the Crusaders. And Liam Osborne will get the restart for the Abbey. Speaking of Piggott, want to say hello to Timothy Piggott and the Piggott family as Wiedemann, his shot covered by Akins, as Piggott will clean it up out near midfield. Checking out the action from Orlando, Florida. I would imagine a sunny and beautiful Orlando, Florida, as is commonly the case. Spent a couple periods in Orlando in 2017. I always enjoy getting down to that part of the country. So thanks for tuning in to the Piggott family this afternoon as Jack got the offense going for the Crusaders. So the offense has been very solid here in the early going. 8 goals already, not even to halftime. Not the same struggles that we had early, as we're going to have an illegal screen set by the Crusaders as Limestone will gain possession. And Higgins will march it into the offensive zone. As the shot taken by the Limestone Saints, as Clark Walter missed high as he tried to bounce it past Whittam, but they'll maintain possession. An 8-5 lead for the Crusaders as we have 3.5 minutes remaining from Alumni Field in this first half. So they'll work it around. Now at the top, Lindner will send a pass in traffic across the way. And now the shot taken by Clark Walter. And Walter finds the back of the net. And now all of a sudden it's 8-6 as Limestone has rattled off 3 straight. And the 5-point pad that the Crusaders enjoyed just a little bit ago has been salted away to 2.
Limestone goal scored by number 17, Clark Walter. Assist
for Walter, his 25th of the season. And now we're down to 8-6. Toss in the middle for the Crusaders. Flips it out toward Connor Larkin. Larkin cannot handle, and it'll be covered by the Saints as Matthew Nelson has it for Limestone. And Lance Nelson will wait on support from the Saints offensive unit as Tyler Papa has it for the Saints. A 2-goal advantage for the Crusaders. As we get into the closing moments of the second period, the Crusaders put together a 3-goal run late in the first period to take a 6-3 lead into the break. The lead got stretched out to 5, but now Limestone on a 3-goal run. As Bennett pitches it over to Lindner. And now the shot fired, and Brendan P. Smith finds the back of the net. For Smith, it's his second, and it's now 8-7 in favor of the Crusaders. And perhaps the Crusaders have the lead, but momentum has cleanly shifted from the Belmont Abbey sideline to the Limestone quarters.
Noah Lindner.
As Lindner with the assist on the play, and 4 straight by the Saints have made this one a 1-goal contest. Before we dive into this face-off, I want to say hello to the Haygood family, checking out the action from Mandeville, Louisiana. Thank you to the Haygood family for the very kind words. Thank you for tuning in this afternoon as the Crusaders right now with an 8-7 advantage. We'll have Dylan Harmon working in the middle against Andrew Torp, the sophomore out of Manhasset, New York. Harmon will gather up, and the Crusaders can go on some level of offensive as he works through 3 players there that all look to unload on him, but he was able to work away from those 3, and the Crusaders can now go on to the offensive as Hanrahan will have it on the near side. And Limestone has been forcing the issue more as Hanrahan takes a shot to the head, and we'll have a whistle as there's going to be an infraction. And that might be on Akins. As Akins will come off. J.B. Clark, head coach for Limestone, saw his reaction. He did not look upon that favorably. As Akins will take the penalty. It's a 1-minute mark-off. Coming on to work in goal for Limestone will be Danny Foran, the junior out of Trumbull, Connecticut.
The penalty is called on number 55, Cole Akins. Illegal contact, 1 minute.
So Akins with the illegal contact will sit down for a minute, and the Crusaders will work with an advantage. McGinley out to Osborne. Piggott on the far side. So it's Piggott, Utrosa, Wiedemann, Osborne. Osborne had to handle the bounce pass. So McGinley has it, and now Utrosa covers for the Crusaders. Piggott will fire, and Jack Piggott with the goal from distance. And the Crusaders have a 2-goal advantage, leading 9-7. Open up the Piggott and let it flow. The Crusaders with a 2-goal advantage.
I'm going to have a goal scored by number 4, Jack Piggott.
It's Jack Piggott with his second marker of the afternoon. And the Crusaders stretch the lead back out to 2. As there's 1:09 remaining in the first half. Utrosa coming up big on that play, getting the loose ball and able to find Piggott. And Piggott had one thing on his mind, and that was the back of the net, and he accomplishes the goal. So the Crusaders have the 2-goal advantage. And for Dylan Harmon here and the Crusaders, another important face-off. If Harmon can track this one down for the Abbey, and the Crusaders will, as Jones has it. And this is a circumstance for the Abbey now, a 2-goal advantage. They can work, you would think, virtually all of the clock remaining in the first half, and at the very least should take a 2-goal advantage into the locker room. It's Voltaggio on with Dale and Duford. So the Crusaders would love nothing more than one more opportunity to find the back of the net prior to the half coming to a close. It's Dale. Dale leaning in, now encircling the crease. Tried to take a shot, but Limestone will race out and try to clear it. It's Brendan P. Smith, and we'll have a stop. J.B. Clark wants to take a timeout as he'll draw something up just before we go to the locker room, as we'll be back on the Belmont Abbey Sports Network. Looking for up-to-the-minute scores of your favorite Crusader sports? www.abbeyathletics.com. Feature content, including coaches' interviews. www.abbeyathletics.com. Crusaders broadcast on demand. That's right, www.abbeyathletics.com. Your online source for all things Crusaders can be found in one place, www.abbeyathletics.com. Back here at Alumni Field. So we have 6.1 seconds remaining. J.B. Clark going to try to draw something up for the Saints. So Crusaders have the 2-goal advantage. And the Crusaders will try in this final 6 seconds to hold off the Saints and go into the locker room with that same 2-goal advantage. Want to say hello to Diana and Alexa Wiedemann this afternoon, catching the action today from a cold and rainy Caledon, Ontario. My apologies for the cold conditions. It seems like that throughout the United States and Canada, winter just not letting go of its grip. on most of the country. This is about as nice a weather as we've had in a month and a half. As we're inside 5 seconds remaining, the shot fired as it's deflected away, and we've played one half at Alumni Field. The Crusaders go to the locker room leading 9-7 on the Belmont Abbey Sports Network. We'll be back with Crusaders at the half in just a moment. Want to get the most out of your next getaway or business trip? Get over to Belmont, North Carolina, and feel the Hamptonality. At the Hampton Inn Charlotte Belmont at Moncross, we give you friendly service at a great value. You'll rest easy on our clean and fresh Hampton bed. The crisp white linens and duvet give a fresh start to every guest each morning. Every morning begins with our free hot breakfast, including delicious waffles and hearty oatmeal. And with free Wi-Fi, you're guaranteed to stay connected. We're conveniently located just 8 miles from the center of Charlotte, 7 miles from the Charlotte Douglas International Airport, and just 1 mile from Belmont Abbey College. Book your stay by visiting Hampton.com or by calling 704-825-6100. Again, that's Hampton.com or calling 704-825-6100. Feel the Hamptonality at the preferred hotel for Crusaders athletics, the Hampton Inn Charlotte Belmont at Moncross. Looking for up-to-the-minute scores of your favorite Crusader sports? www.abbeyathletics.com. Feature content, including coaches' interviews. www.abbeyathletics.com. Crusaders broadcast on demand. That's right, www.abbeyathletics.com. Your online source for all things Crusaders can be found in one place. www.abbeyathletics.com.
Pain. Pain doesn't just work 9 to 5. Pain can work round the clock, hours and hours, without even thinking of taking a break. So when you're hurting, you don't want to wait for an appointment. You need relief now. Well, there is a solution. Ortho Carolina's Urgent Care can provide relief for the entire family when time is of the essence. Our after-hours clinics are conveniently located near you when you need us. Ortho Carolina's expert staff is ready to treat strains, sprains, minor dislocations, sports injuries, joint pain, and more. The next time you or a loved one is hurting on an evening or over the weekend, we'll be ready to help. It's the same state-of-the-art care, professionalism, and expertise that's made Ortho Carolina a leader in the Southeast. Pain doesn't happen when it's handy, and you shouldn't have to wait to get relief. Visit orthocarolina.com for a list of urgent care locations and hours. Ortho Carolina. You improve.
Gaston County is a great place to raise a family. The benefits of the Charlotte Metro blended with the familiarity of several bedroom communities make Gaston a wonderful place to become a first-time home buyer. But in a shifting market, it's paramount to find a company that will work even harder for you in a very competitive landscape. Might I suggest to you Moss Realty? Moss Realty wants to serve you as an advocate through the home buying process. I've seen the hard work of the staff on a personal level. The attention to detail and their knowledge of Gaston County is top-notch. Moss Realty can help you make a pleasure out of life's biggest purchase. Give them a call at 704-865-5555 or log on to mossrealty.com. The number again, 704-865-5555. Moss Realty can turn dream home searching into dream home living. That number one more time, 704-865-5555. That's Moss Realty. Looking for up-to-the-minute scores of your favorite Crusader sports? www.abbeyathletics.com. Feature content, including coaches' interviews. www.abbeyathletics.com. Crusaders broadcast on demand. That's right, www.abbeyathletics.com. Your online source for all things Crusaders can be found in one place. www.abbeyathletics.com. Back here on the Belmont Abbey Sports Network, Crusaders at the half. The Crusaders with the 9-7 lead. Let's go ahead and take a look at some of the numbers. So the Crusaders here in the first half of action have 21 shots, 13 of them on frame. Or I should say this is for Limestone. 13 shots on frame. They converted on 7, got 3 assists in the first 30 minutes as Brendan P. Smith has 2 goals. Ben Higgins, Cody Solmacy Tyler Papa, Clark Walter, and Charlie Sheehan have goals this afternoon for Limestone. You flip the sheet on the other side, and the Crusaders have 9 goals in the first half. They've got 19 shots, 13 of them on frame. Of the 9 goals, 5 of them were assisted. So the Crusaders have gotten contributions from Callum Tanner, Adam Wiedemann, and Jack Piggott with 2 goals apiece. Liam Osborne, Sean Hanrahan, and Hunter Duford have goals for the Crusaders. But the story behind the story in this first half has been the Crusaders with their exceptional job in the face-off, as they have 12 out of 18 face-offs in the first half, as the Crusaders started with the first face-off of the afternoon, and they were able to score off that face-off. And it's been like that for the Crusaders today, as they've been very good offensively, and a lot of that has been predicated on the ability that Billy Huss and Dylan Harmon have had here in the first half to gain possession for the Crusaders and begin to set their offense. They were able to score at one period during the latter portion of the first period, early second period. They were able to go on a 5-goal run to take what was at that time an 8-3 lead. Limestone would score 4 straight before the Crusaders would get the final marker of the first half, as Jack Piggott found the back of the net. He's got the first goal and the last goal of the half for the Crusaders, as the Crusaders have a 9-7 lead here at halftime at Alumni Field. We come back on the other side of this timeout. We'll have second half action as the Crusaders look to raise the red against the Limestone Saints on the Belmont Abbey Sports Network. We'll be right back.
Saturdays used to be for college football. Now you drive 300 miles to watch this. Don't get me wrong, you love flag dancing as much as the next guy. All 8 hours of it. But what you really love is your little girl. Yes! Nice pop toss. Flag dancing? We've been there. And with free hot breakfast and a warm welcome, we'll be there for you. Book at Hampton.com for a guaranteed discount on your next weekend stay. Hampton by Hilton.
Back here on the Belmont Abbey Sports Network. Before we get started with the second half, I want to say hello to a couple folks tuning in this afternoon on the Belmont Abbey Sports Network. I want to say hello to the Hanrahan family checking out the action from the Emerald City, Seattle, Washington. Thank you guys so much for tuning in this afternoon. Also want to say hello and thank you to the Hollister family checking out the action on the east coast of North Carolina, New Bern. It's the Crusaders with a 9-7 advantage as we get ready for the second half of action on the Belmont Abbey Sports Network, along with Carter Eck this afternoon. Brian Rushing here with you. So glad that you could join us. As Billy Huss and the white-clad Crusaders going from left to right here in period number 3 will be facing off against Andrew Thorpe. So the Crusaders, we talked about it at the halftime intermission. The face-off has been a real benefit for the Crusaders. And just like it started in the first half, it'll start in the second half. The Crusaders, off the infraction, will get possession. So it'll be Jack Piggott on the field with Osborne, McGovern. Huss will depart. And McGinley will come on for the Crusaders. So McGovern, Piggott, McGinley on the field with Osborne, Tanner, and Wiedemann. The shot fires wide right, and the Crusaders will regain possession. So the Crusaders looking for their first win against the Limestone Saints at Alumni Field. 17 previous matchups. Limestone owns the record, 15-2. The 2 wins for the Crusaders coming in Gaffney. As Callum Tanner fires high, misses over the crossbar. Possession stays with the Crusaders. As Osborne will work with Wiedemann behind the frame. Now Osborne had Tanner, but now Wiedemann will track it. Piggott was going to fire. He'll fire now as Akins with the save. It'll be recovered by Limestone. Is picking it up. It's going to be Tyler Galton. And the Crusaders applying some pressure in the backfield. This worked one time for them in that 5-goal run that they had, as Wiedemann would be the recipient of the pass basically at the throat of the goal, and he would hammer it home. One of his 2 goals that he had in the first half, as it was Tanner, Wiedemann, and Piggott with 2 goals apiece in that first half. It's Limestone with a 4-goal sprint in the second period, got it to within 1 at 8-7, but Piggott with the final goal of the half gave the Crusaders the lead that they currently enjoy at 9-7. As rushing it up front is Matt Hommel. Limestone will have Hommel at the top along with Ponzio, as they'll go back behind the frame, circling around to Huey and Sheehan. Sheehan has a marker this afternoon for the Saints. Sheehan to Huey, and now they'll bring it back around. It's Ponzio. Ponzio being marked by McGovern. Draws the double. Now they'll switch. And that ball mishandled on the near sideline, and it's going to be Crusaders' ball on the turnover. And we'll have a whistle. So the Crusaders will get the restart as Hanrahan in the midfield swings it over to Monroe. And once the Crusaders established themselves offensively, the only counter to that, at least in the eyes of the Saints, was begin to pressure higher. That's what they've done. They've had some successes with it, but the Crusaders seems to have been able to reorganize and begin to attack off of that high pressure. It's Osborne. Takes it back out. Colin Grippo. Hollister, Grippo, and Hanrahan at the top now. It's Hanrahan trying to work around Higgins. Hanrahan looking for Osborne. Osborne fires and he puts it past Akins. As Hanrahan drew the overload on the near side, Limestone shifted over. Osborne was all by his lonesome. He beats Akins, and the Crusaders are to 10 as they lead 10-7.
Assist to number 12.
Good stuff from the Crusaders to get the period started for Belmont Abbey. As we're 11:31 left in the third period, and the Crusaders doing a very good job there, getting around the high pressure of the Limestone Saints, showing some poise in the offensive set, and Osborne taking advantage with the goal. As Liam Osborne now has his second marker of the afternoon. Higgins will have it for the Saints. And the Crusaders go back up on top by a 10-7 score. The largest lead of the afternoon for the Crusaders was 5. Near side, Huey goes to Burns. Burns at the top, being marked by Clark, the junior out of Fort Mitchell, Kentucky, Cincinnati area. It's Matt Bennett back on for this offensive set for the Saints. Burns marked by Clark. Clark trying to force him to the outside slot. Bennett against Jones. With the stick on the left side, he'll take it back behind the frame. As he'll flip it, and that ball lost, and now Connor Larkin has it on the turnover for the Crusaders. And the Crusaders with the opportunity, with the wide open spaces to take advantage here, as Jones will go to Osborne. So Voltaggio will have Duford on. Dale coming on for the Crusaders as Clark departs. Dale to Duford. Now to Voltaggio. Voltaggio with a straight line run now gets angled off and will back it out. Dale still trying to track it down as he'll pitch it forward, and we'll have a foul, and it goes over to Limestone. And the Crusaders with a missed opportunity there as Limestone will have possession. It's Clark Walter on the offensive end for the Saints. So they go to Hommel. Hommel gets met by Clark. They'll circle it back around to Huey. Sheehan back behind the frame to Lindner. And they'll rotate it around. It's patient perimeter passing by the Saints, trying to create a crease. Sheehan fires, deflected by Whittem. He'll cover it up in the crease. And now the Crusaders can look to counter. Clark to Callum Tanner. Play call from the Crusaders sideline. Piggott And the pros and the cons in this for the Crusaders are very obvious, as McGinley will run it back out to McGovern. Now Piggott. Piggott thought about firing low, steps up, and he beats Akins as Jack Piggott has 3 in the contest, and the Crusaders go back up by an 11-7 score as Piggott finds the back of the net. He's got 3 on the afternoon, and the Crusaders, on the power of Piggott's 10th goal of the season, have an 11-7 lead. My sweet mother! As Piggott having himself quite an afternoon, and a lot of that was predicated on the fact that he's already fired from distance twice already. Limestone overplaying there. Piggott had him by the fake, was able to step in and was one-on-one with Akins. And he hammers it home. So the Crusaders off to a very solid start, and they win another face-off. The game of lacrosse is incredibly complex, very difficult to play. But the mandate is pretty simple. Get the face-off, score the goal. As that shot hits the crossbar, Sean Hanrahan just missed by inches to make this a 12-7 contest. Now the Crusaders will have Hanrahan. Hanrahan to Tanner. Tanner misses wide right as he was at point-blank range as we near the 7-minute mark remaining in the third quarter. The recipe for success in the game of lacrosse, very easy to understand. You score with possession. You score by gaining possession, and that starts at the face-off. It's Osborne with the fader. That's deflected away by Akins. Tanner is going to hit somebody wearing a Limestone jersey, and Hanrahan will track it down. As I believe that was Tyler Galton that covered the shot for Limestone. As Tanner basically saw the ball along the ground, scooped it up, and fired. Hanrahan behind the frame. Goes now to Osborne. Osborne trying to lean in on Matthew Nelson. As that shot from Colin Grippo sails over the crossbar, and the Crusaders will get the restart. And that pass picked off by Higgins of Limestone. And now the Saints with an opportunity to counter. Smith fires. Whittam with the stop. Is that ball out in front? Whittam's going to get some support from Sean Hanrahan, and the Crusaders can now go on the attack. Grippo with the hesitation move. Comes back out, and he'll flip it over to McGovern. I'll talk a little bit more about the high pressure that Limestone has started to employ here as the game has progressed. It's the Crusaders, now that Limestone playing that high pressure. McGinley, the pass to Tanner, as it's broken up, Akins will cover. As Limestone tries to force the matter with the high pressure, the Crusaders, the negative side of it is their passing lanes are going to be contested considerably more. However, if they can go and put a move on the marker that they're facing, they get a step on the defense. They now create their own passing lanes because of the help that comes on by the Saints. It's the shot down the middle. Whittam deflected it a little bit, I believe. It'll stay with the Saints. There are ways to beat the high pressure for the Crusaders. And certainly if you've got better athletes, if you're faster, and the Crusaders have guys that can get past their defender, it creates a positive situation on the overplay as Smith tracks it back around. Papa leans in with the left side, and he'll tuck it just inside. As Tyler Papa, with his second goal of the contest, stops the run of the Crusaders as it's now 11-8. We did have a halftime score. Mount Olive had a 5-4 lead against North Greenville at half. We're into the third period now there between the Crusaders and the Trojans. We'll try to get you an update on that if we have an opportunity. It's Dylan Harmon. Will work in the middle against Andrew Torp. Harmon still contesting. The ball runs along the ground, and Connor Larkin will have it for the Crusaders. It's Osborne on the slot. We'll pull it back out as McGinley will come on, along with Piggott. Voltaggio will also be on for this offensive set. So a little bit of a hybrid from what we're used to, as Voltaggio will work with McGinley and Piggott. Also on for the Crusaders, James Booth, working in this segment with Osborne and Wiedemann. So McGovern and Tanner off here in this segment of the third period as Mount Olive has an 8-5 lead over North Greenville in the third period. 4 minutes remaining in that third period. As Wiedemann will get the restart. So the Crusaders with the 11-8 lead. 3 minutes remaining here in the third quarter. Voltaggio out to Piggott. Piggott will fire from distance as that shot sails wide right. And Jack Piggott, as we see him develop in his redshirt freshman season, the youngster out of Roswell, Georgia, has become increasingly less shy to fire from distance, as the shot from Booth, as that's going to be deflected off the face mask of Akins. And the Crusaders will maintain possession. It's Osborne. Leans in, tries to work around, now in front of the crease, and he puts it past Akins. Liam Osborne has his third of the contest, and the Crusaders lead 12-8 as Liam Osborne finds the back of the net for the 25th time, and the Crusaders lead by 4. So it looks like that John Fitzgerald and I, who's handling the scoring this afternoon, are in complete synchronicity with each other, as I was about to mention that was Osborne's 25th marker of the year. John Fitzgerald comes up to me and begins to let me know that it's the 25th goal of the year for Liam Osborne. I don't know what I'm supposed to think about being on the same wavelength as John Fitzgerald, but we'll discuss that on another day. As the ball runs along the ground, Haas still trying to track it down. Higgins on for Limestone. He'll pick it up, and the Saints go into their offensive. Back to Huey. Now Smith. Smith will find Papa, and Ponzio will come on for the Saints as well. The Crusaders with a 12-8 advantage. As Ponzio at the top with Papa. Now Burns. 1:50 remaining here in this third period. A doubleheader of action today on the Belmont Abbey Sports Network. We'll have an audio-only baseball broadcast between the Crusaders and Barton before we'll call it a weekend here on the network. Hope you'll join us for that baseball contest. The Crusaders trying to finish with a flourish in the conference. Papa has that shot deflected away, and Whittem will take the deflection and advance it for the Crusaders. as Jones can't track it down. And now Limestone will regain possession and get a second opportunity here. As Ponzio will depart, coming on will be Matt Hommel. As Huey on with Lindner. Huey, Lindner, and Smith working around the frame. Up high. Clark Walter. Smith takes the shot. It was deflected away. And it'll stay with the Saints. As Clark Walter out with Matt Hommel, along with Cody Solmasic. Smith against Cesario. It's the shot taken, and Clark Walter finds the back of the net. It's his second marker of the contest, cutting the lead back to 3 at 12-9.
17, Clark Walter. Assistant number 20.
So for Walter, goal number 26 of the season. And as we're just inside 11 seconds remaining of the third period, the Crusaders here will send Billy Huss on, as he'll face off against Dakota Kirsch Downs. The sun begins to peer out behind some clouds on this warm afternoon here in the western Piedmont. Not that I'm complaining, because I'm not at all. No chance. Tomorrow we do have rain in the offing, but with no event scheduled on campus, should just create some much needed rain for the area. Hopefully a minimal impact in way of storms. Haas, Kirsch Downs, sends it out toward the attack zone for the Crusaders, and Wiedemann has it. And Wiedemann with a straight line has it deflected away by Akins. And that'll do it. We have played 3 periods here at Alumni Field. The Crusaders enjoy a 3-goal advantage, 12-9 on the Belmont Abbey Sports Network. We'll be right back.
In the third quarter, the score, Belmont Abbey 12.
Pain doesn't just work 9 to 5. Pain can work round the clock, hours and hours, without even thinking of taking a break. So when you're hurting, you don't want to wait for an appointment. You need relief now. Well, there is a solution. Ortho Carolina's Urgent Care can provide relief for the entire family when time is of the essence. Our after-hours clinics are conveniently located near you when you need us. Ortho Carolina's expert staff is ready to treat strains, sprains, minor dislocations, sports injuries, joint pain, and more. The next time you or a loved one is hurting on an evening or over the weekend, we'll be ready to help. It's the same state-of-the-art care, professionalism, and expertise that's made Ortho Carolina a leader in the Southeast. Pain doesn't happen when it's handy, and you shouldn't have to wait to get relief. Visit orthocarolina.com for a list of urgent care locations and hours. Ortho Carolina. You improve.
Back here at Alumni Field as we go to the fourth period, I do want to update you on the North Greenville Mount Olive score. Jim Steffen letting me know 4 minutes remaining in the fourth period. Mount Olive with an 8-5 lead against the North Greenville Crusaders. As you've got 4 teams in this conference that are putting together the better resume here in the early going. The Crusaders 2-1 in the conference. Their loss coming against Mount Olive, 13-8 last weekend. Limestone playing their final conference matchup of the year, having defeated everybody leading up to this afternoon's action. The Crusaders would love nothing more than to spoil the perfect bid that the Saints are looking for in this 2018 conference campaign. As it'll be Dylan Harmon in the middle against Dakota Kirsch Downs. Third period numbers here for you. The Crusaders, 33 shots, 18 of them on frame, 12 goals, 6 assists, as Jack Piggott and Liam Osborne each have a hat trick on the afternoon. Tanner and Wiedemann with a pair of goals for Limestone this afternoon. 28 shots, 17 on frame, 9 goals scored as Smith has a pair along with Tyler Papa. And the Crusaders will get another infraction again, as they have gone 3 out of 4 periods with possession to start off of face-off infractions by the Saints. It's McGovern with Osborne. Piggott comes on. McGinley as well. And the Crusaders will go into their offensive set. Tanner to Wiedemann. Wiedemann trying to create some defensive confusion for the Saints. Trying to draw a double perhaps. As Piggott fires, that shot misses wide right. As for Jack Piggott, it really doesn't matter whether he's got the stick on the left or the right side. He's got no problem firing at will. And now the high pressure incorporated by the Saints. So the Crusaders trying to go to 3-1 in the conference here. Osborne here on this breezy afternoon. Wiedemann trying to track it down, takes a hit from behind, maintains possession. Now it goes to McGovern. To be able to withstand that sort of physical contact and still maintain possession is a real attribute of Adam Wiedemann. And we've seen it for a long time here at Alumni Field. It's Piggott. Piggott will fire from the left side again as that misses high, and the Crusaders will maintain possession. 13:15 remaining here from Alumni Field. The Crusaders not only looking for their first win at Alumni Field as the shot from Osborne misses wide right, but it stays with the Crusaders. But they're looking for Chris Barrett's first win against his alma mater in the Chris Barrett coaching era. So I believe the last time the Crusaders won against Limestone is the shot by McGinley, smothered by the Saints. If I looked at the numbers correctly, 2009. So I believe the Crusaders won consecutive years, 2008, 2009. But both of those wins came in Gaffney. Piggott to Osborne. The Crusaders, with the 3-goal advantage, can be patient. But they want to maintain the level of sharpness against this Saints club. As Tanner loses the handle on it, we'll see what it is, and it'll go to Limestone. So the turnover will give the Saints an opportunity to close this lead. It's Tyler Papa. Gets it into the offensive zone for the Crusaders. Solmacy has possession for the Saints. So they'll go back behind the frame to Lindner. Smith. Out to Papa. Papa being worked on by Carner Larkin. That pass broken up a little bit as the shot taken and covered by Whittem. So the shot was taken by Charlie Sheehan. And Cody Agrella will have it for the Crusaders. And he'll rotate it over to Anthony Cesario. Clark on the far side. We'll get it back to Sean Hanrahan. Hollister at the top. And Colin Grippo will come on. So it's Grippo, Hollister, and Hanrahan at the top. As Hanrahan fires, misses. The possession stays with the Crusaders. Tanner took a shot to the face, but that was apparently incidental. So it looks like the officials are going to have a conference. So possession, instead of an over and back violation on the Crusaders, it was deflected away by Limestone. So the inadvertent whistle will keep possession for the Crusaders. It's 10.5 minutes remain here at Alumni Field. As Grippo avoids his marker, and that ball's going to get flicked in. I don't know if they're going to give credit to Tanner on the touch or whether they'll go with Hanrahan. I don't know that Tanner touched it necessarily, but no matter, the Crusaders get the goal, and the Crusaders stretch it out to 13-9. They will give Callum Tanner credit for the goal. Hanrahan will get credit on the assist for Tanner. It's his third marker of the contest, and the Crusaders take the lead back to 4. As Hanrahan looked like he was trying to find Tanner, and it looked like that if Tanner got it at all, it was with maybe the side of the pocket, as I don't think he actually caught it and flicked it in. But they get it past Akins, and the Crusaders have the 4-goal advantage. Harmon contesting. Jones looking to track it down, but now Harmon has it for the Crusaders. And they'll go to Monroe. Agrella on the far side. We'll go to Monroe. And Vinny Voltaggio will clear it for the Crusaders. Voltaggio at the top. So I would imagine by now the North Greenville-Mount Olive game has come to a close. We'll get a score as soon as we're able to. As McGinley fires, that shot sails high, and possession stays with the Abbey. And the Crusaders have had the lion's share of the opportunities here in this fourth period, though that's going to be a turnover that goes to the Saints. And now the Saints have some work to do. Akins goes ahead to Jeremy Burns. Jeremy Burns being stopped short by Liam Osborne. So the Crusaders implying a little pressure, and they've had some benefit this afternoon as Burns gets it into the offensive zone. Smith with Lindner. Now they'll bring it back to Papa at the top. Tyler Papa with 2 goals on the afternoon for the Saints. Burns goes back to Papa. Papa being marked by Connor Larkin. Getting some help by Jake Clark as that ball's going to roll away, but Lindner will track it down for the Saints. So we're inside 8.5 minutes remaining from Alumni Field. That ball deflected away, and now Kyle McGovern still trying to track it down. Will have it. And now the Crusaders had momentum there, though not necessarily numbers. And in this situation, it's not a big deal. You've got the 4-goal advantage. You can be as deliberate as you want to. As the game has gone final between Mount Olive and North Greenville, and a bit of a defensive affair, Mount Olive wins 8-5. So with the win now, Mount Olive goes to 4-1 in the conference. North Greenville is even at 2-2. It's going to be an over and back violation as possession will go to the Saints. Colton Mosman, a redshirt junior out of Malta, New York, on for the Saints. Patrick Hanley, a junior out of Syracuse, New York, is on also for the Saints. As this offensive unit has not been widely used in this contest, as the shot taken by Colton Mosman, and it'll be a penalty on the Crusaders. So the foul will be on Jack Diebold. So it'll be a 30-second walk-off. And the Saints will be up a man with an opportunity to trim the lead to 3. 7:08 remaining in the contest. And if you're Limestone, you would really think that you want to score in this 30-second segment. So it would be necessary to score. Smith has it, and they do. As Brendan Smith scores the goal and waves to the crowd on the near side.
29, Brendan P. Smith.
Smith has his third goal of the afternoon, and it's 13-10. So the Limestone Saints ultra efficient in that offensive set, as it only took them about 12 seconds to score with the man up. And now Billy Huss will work in the middle to try to gain the faceoff. And this has been the opportunity here in previous years to where Limestone, even if they were in a deficit circumstance, the Saints could continually earn the faceoff and put together extended runs and maintain possession and essentially pretty much work the Crusaders to sleep. As Smith faked the pass. Now as he goes to Lindner. A 3-goal game, 13-10 the score. It's the Crusaders trying to close the deal here against the Limestone Saints. As that shot taken, misses high. Smith quickly. That ball deflected away, and it almost was kicked into the goal. And possession will go to the Crusaders. And J.B. Clark is not happy with the result of that call. As Clark took his hat off of his head, waved it around in his hand, he was less than enthused by that call. As Hanrahan trying to work around the mark of Matthew Nelson, and the Crusaders can begin to take some time. And the turnover will give possession back to the Saints. That ball loose, and now Wiedemann has it. And now Wiedemann pulls it back out. And the Crusaders can milk a little bit of time off this clock. Getting an update from baseball, a 7-inning affair taking place the middle of the 3 games. The Crusaders down 6-1. Not sure what inning they're in, but it's got to be getting late. It's the bottom of the 5th inning, so still some time. And Kyle McGovern, or Brendan McGovern, I should say, finds the back of the net. And that stretches it back out to 4.
Moment of the goal is scored by number 10.
It's Brendan McGovern,
unassisted.
the senior out of Miller Place, New York, puts the Crusaders up by 4. As we are inside 5 minutes to go, and a 4-goal advantage for the Crusaders. And this face-off has immense importance in the narrative of this game, as it'll be picked up by Kirsch Downs. And Downs will run it toward the corner, and J.B. Clark wants a timeout. We'll take it with him as it's 14-10 in favor of the Crusaders. We'll be back for the finish on the Belmont Abbey Sports Network. We'll be right back. Conference Carolinas, competition amongst 10 colleges and universities across North and South Carolina, as well as Tennessee. Over 3,000 student athletes competing at the highest level of NCAA Division II athletics, with annual selections to postseason play. Conference Carolinas is dedicated to student athletes not only succeeding on the field, but in the classroom and after graduation. Keep up with us at conferencecarolinas.com. Be sure to follow us at CONF Carolinas on our various social media platforms.
Saturdays used to be for college football. Now you drive 300 miles to watch this. Don't get me wrong, you love flag dancing as much as the next guy. All 8 hours of it. But what you really love is your little girl. Yes! Nice pop toss. Flag dancing? We've been there. And with free hot breakfast and a warm welcome, we'll be there for you. Book at Hampton.com for a guaranteed discount on your next weekend stay. Hampton by Hilton.
And we're back here at Alumni Field, as the Limestone Saints will have possession with 4:45 remaining. As Clark Walter will get possession for the Saints, and a 14-10 lead for the Crusaders. Smith to Huey. Now they'll swing it back around near side to Walter. Walter trying to lean in on Hunter Jones as the shot fired misses high. It'll stay with the Saints. Tyler Papa trying to find a crease. Goes to Smith. Now they'll try to catch the Crusaders on the overload. Papa shoots. He misses again. But possession stays with the Saints. And the Saints can't necessarily be incredibly patient. They've got to look for opportunities. And now Brody Monroe with the steal as he finds Whittem. And that's a big turnover for the Crusaders, as they can take a little more time off the clock, and Limestone has really got to force the issue. As the Crusaders are going to play a grown-up version of keep away here in the short term with the 4-goal advantage. And Limestone's going to have to overplay everything, and there is a benefit to that for the Crusaders as Agrella moves it over to Osborne, and now they can go into their offensive set. So when the final analysis is given of this contest, the Crusaders' efficiencies on offense can be pointed to the fact that they have earned the face-off with considerable success this afternoon. And because of the dynamic they created on the offensive end, has forced Limestone to apply some pressure, and the Crusaders have had considerable poise as the shot from Piggott deflected away by Akins. And it'll go to the Saints. So an empty possession for the Crusaders there, but not really a big deal. They've got enough scoring. They've just got to whittle away the clock, as the clock is certainly their friend, as we have 2:45 remaining in the contest. Akins flips it out. So they go to Ponzio. Ponzio on the near side. As the shot broken up by Connor Larkin. And Larkin will race away with it, as that's a good job, as he basically stuck a stick out, breaking up the shooting opportunity, and Chris Barrett will take a timeout. 2:18 remaining. The Crusaders with a 4-goal advantage. We'll bring you back here in just a moment on the Belmont Abbey Sports Network. Looking for up-to-the-minute scores of your favorite Crusader sports? www.abbeyathletics.com. Feature content, including coaches' interviews. www.abbeyathletics.com. Crusaders broadcast on demand. That's right, www.abbeyathletics.com. www.abbyathleticss.com. Your online source for all things Crusaders can be found in one place, www.abbyathleticss.com. Looking for up-to-the-minute scores of your favorite Crusader sports? www.abbyathleticss.com. Feature content, including coaches' interviews. www.abbyathleticss.com. Crusaders broadcast on demand. That's right, www.abbyathleticss.com. Your online source for all things Crusaders can be found in one place, www.abbyathleticss.com. 2:18 remaining at Alumni Field. To give you some indication of just what the wind is doing, if Carter Eck, our camera operator, can take a look down in the end zone as the wind screen is about to come toppling over on the south end zone. So the officials are going to hold up play as that netting system is essentially going to the back line, almost onto the field of play. So some of the gentlemen over there in the end zone will try to mount the net back up on its stanchion, as it has been breezy all afternoon. Primarily a crosswind from over on the stand side this way in the sun deck. However, we've had some moments. We've had some moments to where the wind doing what it does there. As the Crusaders will go on the offensive. It's Colin Grippo racing it around the crease. And the Crusaders are essentially just trying to milk whatever clock remains in this. As Colin Grippo has it, he'll pitch it toward Wiedemann. Wiedemann tried to take the shot. In goal for Limestone is Danny Foran, and Foran goes on the offensive. As that's broken up, and now the Crusaders get the turnover. Whittam has it in possession. He'll lob it over to Monroe, and that should all but do it. As the Crusaders now can play keep away from the Saints. As we have 90 seconds remaining here from Alumni Field. Osborne will race it out. Splits the double team and now goes toward the frame as that shot deflected away. Limestone will gain possession as it's covered by Bailey Bourgeois. And that pass ahead, cut off by Cesario. As the Crusaders are going to do something that's never been done in the program's history, and that's beat Limestone at home. As it'll be just the third win in the series in 18 contests. The previous two wins down in Gaffney, but the Crusaders will send the Saints to 5-1 in the conference, as the Crusaders have no desire to shoot, even though was at time an empty net. And we'll have a whistle and timeout called for by Chris Barrett. And I think that's just going to be a timeout for personnel changes. So we're going to keep it right here. There is 36 seconds left in the contest. Folks, don't forget, as soon as we're done here, we'll have the Ortho Carolina postgame show where we'll talk about the numbers, we'll give you some analysis, and we'll sort of soak in what's about to happen here at Alumni Field as the Crusaders, with 36 seconds remaining, having a 14-10 lead over Limestone, are going to walk away with the win against the Saints for the first time here at Alumni Field. Folks, don't forget, if you're so inclined, feel free to send me your email or your tweets this afternoon as we close up shop on the Ortho Carolina postgame show. For your emails or tweets, you can find me on Twitter at the BASN. That's at the BASN. If you do send me a tweet, use the hashtag, please, BAC Live. And then, of course, you can send your emails to me, Brian Rushing at bac.edu. As it's, in essence, a formality here for the Crusaders. All they have to do is wind down the remaining 36 seconds, and they can celebrate a huge win against the Limestone Saints. So the Crusaders, with the win, will go to 3-1 in conference play, as they have had some tough losses as of late, losing last week into Mount Olive, but this one here is going to be very sweet as the Crusaders will defeat the Limestone Saints. So Wiedemann runs it down into the corner, and Wiedemann pitches it out, and the shot clock violation will go to zeros, but Limestone left with only 10 seconds. You'll begin to hear the crowd. You'll certainly begin to hear the sideline as the ball lifted down to the far end, as that's going to go out of play, and the Crusaders will have possession. As the final seconds will count down, you'll hear the horn, and that'll do it. For the first time in program history, the Belmont Abbey Crusaders defeat Limestone here at Alumni Field by a 14-10 score. So we'll be back for the Crusaders Ortho Carolina postgame show here in just a bit.
Final score, Belmont Abbey 14, Limestone.
Want to get the most out of your next getaway or business trip? Get over to Belmont, North Carolina, and feel the Hamptonality. At the Hampton Inn Charlotte Belmont at Moncross, we give you friendly service at a great value. You'll rest easy on our clean and fresh Hampton bed. The crisp white linens and duvet give a fresh start to every guest each morning. Every morning begins with our free hot breakfast, including delicious waffles and hearty oatmeal. And with free Wi-Fi, you're guaranteed to stay connected. We're conveniently located just 8 miles from the center of Charlotte, 7 miles from the Charlotte Douglas International Airport, and just 1 mile from Belmont Abbey College. Book your stay by visiting Hampton.com or by calling 704-825-6100. Again, that's Hampton.com or calling 704-825-6100. Feel the Hamptonality at the preferred hotel for Crusaders athletics, the Hampton Inn Charlotte Belmont at Moncross. Looking for up-to-the-minute scores of your favorite Crusader sports? www.abbeyathletics.com. Feature content, including coaches' interviews. www.abbeyathletics.com. Crusaders broadcast on demand. That's right, www.abbeyathletics.com. Your online source for all things Crusaders can be found in one place, www.abbeyathletics.com.
Pain. Pain doesn't just work 9 to 5. Pain can work round the clock, hours and hours, without even thinking of taking a break. So when you're hurting, you don't want to wait for an appointment. You need relief now. Well, there is a solution. Ortho Carolina's Urgent Care can provide relief for the entire family when time is of the essence. Our after-hours clinics are conveniently located near you when you need it. Ortho Carolina's expert staff is ready to treat strains, sprains, minor dislocations, sports injuries, joint pain, and more. The next time you or a loved one is hurting on an evening or over the weekend, we'll be ready to help. It's the same state-of-the-art care, professionalism, and expertise that's made Ortho Carolina a leader in the Southeast. Pain doesn't happen when it's handy, and you shouldn't have to wait to get relief. Visit orthocarolina.com for a list of urgent care locations and hours. Ortho Carolina. You improve.
Gaston County is a great place to raise a family. The benefits of the Charlotte Metro blended with the familiarity of several bedroom communities make Gaston a wonderful place to become a first-time home buyer. But in a shifting market, it's paramount to find a company that will work even harder for you in a very competitive landscape. Might I suggest to you Moss Realty? Moss Realty wants to serve you as an advocate through the home buying process. I've seen the hard work of the staff on a personal level. The attention to detail and their knowledge of Gaston County is top-notch. Moss Realty can help you make a pleasure out of life's biggest purchase. Give them a call at 704-865-5555 or log on to mossrealty.com. The number again, 704-865-5555. Moss Realty can turn dream home searching into dream home living. That number one more time, 704-865-5555. That's Moss Realty. Looking for up-to-the-minute scores of your favorite Crusader sports? www.abbeyathletics.com. Feature content, including coaches' interviews. www.abbeyathletics.com. Crusaders broadcast on demand. That's right, www.abbeyathletics.com. Your online source for all things Crusaders can be found in one place, www.abbeyathletics.com. As you can see in the background, the alma mater being acknowledged by the Crusaders as the men's lacrosse team doing something they have not done in their program's history here at Alumni Field by defeating the Limestone Saints this afternoon by a 14-10 score. Brian Rushing here along with Carter Eck this afternoon on the Belmont Abbey Sports Network. As you can see, a rousing ovation for the Crusaders with the Crusaders
on Wednesday
as they take down the Limestone Saints. Limestone now goes to 5-1 in the conference. The Crusaders 3-1 in the conference
God bless.
as they'll take on North Greenville here during the midweek. We'll talk more about that here in just a moment. Here on the Ortho Carolina postgame show, a lot of folks we want to thank from Ortho Carolina. We want to thank Dr. Ron John Matra and Blair Primus for their work with the Belmont Abbey College Athletics Department as well as the Belmont Abbey Sports Network. Folks, don't forget, for excellence in orthopedics, there's only one name to remember, Ortho Carolina. You improved. Let's go ahead and take a look at some of the numbers here from this contest. We'll break down some analysis here in a little bit before turning our attention over to baseball a little bit later on this afternoon. For Limestone this afternoon, 35 shots, 20 shots on goal, 10 goals scored, 5 of them off assist. As Tyler Papa, Clark Walter had 2 goals each in the contest. Brendan P. Smith, the team's leading goal getter, he had 3 this afternoon. Ben Higgins with a goal, Cody Solmacy with a goal, and Charlie Sheehan with a marker for the Limestone College Saints. As the Crusaders, on the flip side, had 42 shots, 23 of them were on frame, 14 goals scored, 7 assisted this afternoon. As Callum Tanner, Liam Osborne, and Jack Piggott each with 3 goals apiece. Adam Wiedemann had 2 first-period goals to give the Crusaders an early advantage. He had 2 goals in the contest. Brendan McGovern would put the final goal on the board for the Crusaders, along with Sean Hanrahan scoring and Hunter Duford, as the Crusaders got 60 minutes of work from Harley Whittam. Whittam gave up 10 goals on the afternoon, but he had 10 saves in the contest as the Crusaders were able to get the 14-10 win this afternoon. As I look a little deeper into the stat analysis, we talked about it a little bit earlier in the contest, but the Crusaders on face-offs this afternoon won 18 of 28 face-offs against the Limestone College Saints, and that had been a bugaboo in years past for the Crusaders. But Billy Huss and Dylan Harmon doing a phenomenal job of just gathering possession for the Crusaders. The back four for the Crusaders doing a really good job of disrupting the Limestone Saints offense, and then when the Crusaders put together a scoring barrage early in the first half that stretched from the latter portion of the first period into the early portions of the second period, forcing the Limestone Saints to come out and defend them a little farther upfield. Crusaders doing a good job of creating scoring opportunities, showing considerable poise this afternoon as the Crusaders get the win 14-10. So what we'll do for the moment is we'll take a brief time out on the Belmont Abbey Sports Network, and we'll put some final thoughts together as the Crusaders win against Limestone 14-10 on the Belmont Abbey Sports Network. We'll be back in just a bit.
Pain. Pain doesn't just work 9 to 5. Pain can work round the clock, hours and hours, without even thinking of taking a break. So when you're hurting, you don't want to wait for an appointment. You need relief now. Well, there is a solution. Ortho Carolina's Urgent Care can provide relief for the entire family when time is of the essence. Our after-hours clinics are conveniently located near you when you need us. Ortho Carolina's expert staff is ready to treat strains, sprains, minor dislocations, sports injuries, joint pain, and more. The next time you or a loved one is hurting on an evening or over the weekend, we'll be ready to help. It's the same state-of-the-art care, professionalism, and expertise that's made Ortho Carolina a leader in the Southeast. Pain doesn't happen when it's handy, and you shouldn't have to wait to get relief. Visit orthocarolina.com for a list of urgent care locations and hours. Ortho Carolina. You improved.
Back here on the Belmont Abbey Sports Network, the Ortho Carolina postgame show. Folks, don't forget, for excellence in orthopedics, there's only one name to remember, Ortho Carolina. You improved. As the Crusaders, for the first time in program history, win at home against Limestone. In their 18th meeting, they had only won previously 2 times, both in Gaffney. They pick up win number 3 in the series against the Saints, and I would imagine, I'm just speculating here, there's a real possibility these two clubs will face off against one another in the conference tournament. It may not even be in the conference final, as Mount Olive right now in a really good position as Limestone is in the clubhouse. They're 5-1 in the conference. They have the win against Mount Olive, but the Crusaders, if they're able to run the table for the rest of the conference schedule, they've put themselves back into the conversation with the conference title hopes, as it looks like if everything goes as it is right now, both Mount Olive, Limestone, and the Crusaders would have one conference loss, with each team taking down the other in that little segment of 3 teams. Still a lot of work to do for the Crusaders. You can only rest your laurels on this win so long, as the Crusaders will take on the North Greenville Crusaders here in the midweek. We'll give you some more information about that in just a moment. So I want to say hello to Teresa Pearson. Teresa Pearson checking out the action from the Portland, Oregon area, congratulating the Crusaders on their win today. And then, of course, the Tanner family beside themselves here in British Columbia this afternoon as the Crusaders pick up the big win against the Limestone Saints, as the Crusaders had taken some knocks as of late. They had taken some losses that really did stifle, really harm their opportunity of picking up a regional bid. That remains to be seen, as whether the Crusaders will do enough by the time it's all said and done to get into a regional. But we can celebrate today the Crusaders win 14-10 against Limestone to further help their resume with the win against the 12th-ranked Saints this afternoon here at Alumni Field. So the Crusaders, the next time that they're back here at Alumni Field will be Wednesday against North Greenville. And North Greenville fell to 2-2 today by losing 8-5 to Mount Olive. North Greenville will have a bad taste in their mouth, and they'll want to take it out on the Crusaders Wednesday. Hope that you'll join us for that broadcast. It'll be 3:15 in the afternoon for the 3:30 face-off, as the Crusaders will look to try to build some momentum leading up to the conference tournament coming up toward the end of the month in April. So as we depart this afternoon, as we celebrate the Crusaders winning 14-10 against the Limestone Saints, a lot of folks that we want to thank this afternoon on the broadcast. Director of Athletics, Stephen Miss, Associate AD, Paul Lyon. I want to thank Justin Bates and Jackie Gable, our Assistant Athletic Directors. I also want to thank Director of Athletic Communications, Jim Steffen. Brooks Ledger, John Fitzgerald. Also want to thank our camera operator today, Carter Eck, our broadcast assistant, Richard Medley, this afternoon. I want to thank Dr. Trey Cunningham for his contribution to the broadcast as the Crusaders win this afternoon 14-10 against the Limestone Saints. Don't forget, folks, this afternoon, in just a little bit, we'll be setting up shop at baseball as the Crusaders will wrap up their 3-game set against the Barton College Bulldogs. But until then, we hope to see you Wednesday for lacrosse action as the Crusaders take on the North Greenville Crusaders at Wednesday, 3:15 airtime. Until then, we hope you have a fantastic evening. We'll see you next time on the Belmont Abbey Sports Network. Good night, everybody. Crusaders Athletics on the Belmont Abbey Sports Network has been brought to you by Pine Island Country Club, Domino's, Moss Realty, the Hampton Inn by Hilton at Montcross, and Ortho Carolina. You improve. Don't forget, your online home for all things Crusaders can be found at www.abbeyathletics.com. We thank you for tuning in. We can't wait to see you next time right here on the Belmont Abbey Sports Network.